Y'all, if y'all don't know what today is, I'm gonna tell y'all what today is. Do y'all know what today is? Do you know what today is? Do you know what today is? It's Saturday. Man, it doesn't feel like a Saturday to me. I've been off work for a couple of days, so it really feels like
Where can you step up auto savings? At Allstate. Switch and save $468.
is guess what else today is? Can y'all guess what today is? Did y'all guess? Have y'all guessed yet? To see if this person coming in the box can tell y'all.
It's a birthday!
I don't know if this thing is going to act right. Does she sound okay? Does she sound okay to y'all?
I sound okay.
Okay, good. Because it was loud in
Do
my ear.
you know what
It's
today is? It's your freaking birthday. Hey, it's your freaking birthday. Hey.
It is my birthday. And you know what else today is, or well, this month is? What we'll be talking about this month is emotional wellness. And that has a great deal to do with me being where I am. The special destination birthday celebration. Yes, it is a special destination celebration. Now, some of y'all know where I am. Some of y'all know where I am already. Some of you don't. Some of you don't. So those that know where I am, don't be giving it away. I really don't have much to show to where I am. Like in this hotel room, there's nothing to show. And the thing is, too, it's a really cloudy day today.
Very cloudy.
Really, really cloudy day. So if you're where the clouds are clouding, the clouds are clouding, you may know where I am because, man, they said last week it even flooded here. It even flooded here. So I'm happy that we got here yesterday. It did a little raining in the daytime before we got out. But we went and saw some really cool sights. We went and saw some really cool sights. So y'all can't see my birthday thing, but it's in here because my fro is froing too. And there is a little light trying to peek through these clouds. But I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Yay! Come on, Libra season. Come on, Libra season. Oh, I'm so happy it's your birthday too. Come on through. Yes, come on. Okay. Anyways, we're talking about emotional wellness this month. And one of the key thing for this week's show is all about why stress about it. Why stress about it? I have one awesome guest who's coming in. He's already in the box. I appreciate him for being here. But you know what? I'm going to open this up later too for you guys, especially those that are in red, to do a little Q&A with me. So if you have questions that you would like to ask me, Miss Divine, and these can be questions in regards to wellness. It can be questions about me. If you want to know a little more details about me, and my not so little girl, she's in the box too. So she in there, y'all. She in there. She probably won't be asking or answering any questions. Don't ask her any questions because it's not her birthday. It's my birthday. So you guys can do that in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest in, and he can tell you who he is as well.
Can we ask her questions about you?
Um, depends on how you basically are. PH, you all staticky.
There you go.
You can't see me or hear me?
I can see him now. He's clear on my side.
Talk again for me. Hello. Say something.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Okay, cool.
Winning.
So
Good morning.
yeah.
But I feel like, honestly, before we get into all these questions and stuff, we have to sing a very important song. I feel like it's only
Absolutely.
right.
It's only
So
right.
we're going to sing it out. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, Miss Divine.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
birthday to
you.
you.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Today is my real birthday, like my actual birthday, the day that I was born. Yeah, it's today. So
Period.
thanks for hanging out with
So,
me. This is cool. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to just jump right into formalities. And you
This
know,
is not a formality event.
sometimes you got to take the time to celebrate yourself. Thanks,
Period.
thanks for doing
Absolutely.
that for me, Coco Fair.
Mhm.
All right. PH. This is
Divine.
my friend here. Man, PH has come through for me on a few different occasions. And we're gonna talk around that too today. So thanks for joining me on today's show. So I'm gonna be asking PH some questions. He'll probably ask me a few things too. So we'll just be having a conversation about wellness, emotional wellness, and why stress about it. So go ahead and tell everybody who you are, what you got going on, PH.
Hold on. B.
Oh, tell everybody who you are and what you got going on.
All right. Well, my name is PH. I have my own printing and photography company. And I try to make sure that I help as many people as I can. So me and Divine go way back.
Yes, we do.
And glad to be here on your actual birthday. This is not your birthday was Wednesday and now you're still celebrating 4 days later. This is actually when you were born. I think you were born at 11:12 a.m. Uh, on this date. So
How'd you know?
Yeah, my phone.
I wasn't actually born at that time, but we're gonna give it to PH anyways. If he said that that's when I was born, we're gonna go with it, right?
it works, right?
Exactly. But like he said, we go way back, way before Divine was a streamer, for real. When I would hide behind the darkness of the screens, and PH was going live. He was going live, and I would have the phone down. I'm like, "Oh, I'm here to talk to you," and yeah, I know that probably seemed pretty awkward. It was. It was. He was the one that was going live, and now you don't even see him around like that. But he was going live, and I was like, "Hey, hi." But I was working on a very special project, and PH helped me through that project. So I'm excited to see where this conversation will go. Let's see here. So my first question to you, PH, is how does stress impact our mental health and physical well-being? We can talk all about that
Now,
with me this week.
say it again.
I said we could talk about all of that this week with me, but how does stress impact mental health and physical well-being?
The thing about stress is stress impacts every part of you, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally. And it's something that nobody has successfully done, right? Nobody can say, I successfully stressed out, right? So since nobody has done it, to continue to do it is absolutely crazy, right? So like my acronym for stress is seeking to resolve every situation selfishly, right?
Mm,
That's stress.
wow.
When we stress,
Yeah.
is seeking to resolve every situation selfishly. So when we stress, it is me feeling like I can handle everything, taking on everything, right? And so what we do is we find ourselves stressed out over things. Most of the time, we don't stress over things that happen involuntarily. We usually stress over stuff that happened voluntarily, something I put on myself.
Wow.
And then if
Yeah.
that's not enough, we take on other people's stress as if you can handle your own. So that ultimately gets you in a mental place where you are bogged down, you're fatigued, you're sick, right? You have all these illnesses and things going on. And the reason doctors can't figure it out is because there's nothing physically wrong with you, it's stress. So it affects you mind, body, and soul.
Yeah. I'm I'm that type of stressor sometimes. People have seen me in those places where stress can um, do some crazy things to you. Like you said, um, physically it can do some things to you. Mentally, it can do some things to you. Um, all the way around.
Right.
So um, yeah. Can you name some things where it has done some things like that for you? Mm.
Say it one more time.
Like not necessarily you, but what that may look like for a person in general.
So taking on stress, um, it usually deals with, say, for instance, um, we pray for a job, right? Then we get the job, over the job, right? Because we didn't take into account what that would mean. We want a new house, but with new house comes new bills. If you weren't doing well with the old bills, you're really not going to do good with the new ones, right?
Yeah.
Or the way Biggie put it, the more money that comes across, the more problems I see, right? So,
Okay.
so,
Ooh, Biggie.
so handling stress or taking in stress sometimes, like I said, is voluntary, right? It is something I put on myself. You volunteered to keep your sister's kids. That's stress you put on, right?
Right.
You volunteered to, you know, go take somebody to work every day. You volunteered to do that,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So usually we can't even blame people when it comes to the why we are stressed. But I think in order uh, to really address it, I got 3 H words, right? The first H word is humility, because stress means I have the audacity to think I can handle everything.
Mm.
So it is literally me feeling like, as a kid, you feel like, oh yeah, I can handle it, I can fix it, I can do it. And your parent is sitting there like, no, you can't. But you feel like you can. So we have to remove audacity and realize I can't handle everything and compartmentalize what is truly a priority. Like one of the things I always say is, stress is like Thanksgiving dinner. We see all of this good stuff and we want all of it. And so we put all this stuff on our plate, right? And then later on, you figure out, I really can't eat all of this. So now you're stuck with a full plate.
It looked good though.
And
It
that's
looked
how
good.
stress works with us, right? We got a full plate,
Right.
And the question becomes, who fixed your plate?
Oh.
I did. I put all this stuff on my plate, right? So then because I put it all on there, then it's really my responsibility to start little by little putting some stuff in some Tupperware, right? There's some things I'm dealing with that I can really put up for a later date. There's some things that I'm dealing with that really ain't my fight. There's some things that I'm doing that might feel like the right race, but it's a rat race because I'm constantly going and going, going. And we equate busyness with success.
Switching to Allstate is easy, and saving is even easier. Click or call for a low auto rate today.
That feels good. We even tell people, call me if you need me.
Nuggets.
How crazy is that? When you need you ain't even available.
Wow. When I
So
need
we
me,
have to
I'm
really
not even available.
take a back seat and say, you know what? I can't handle everything. So humility is something we got to practice when it comes to dealing with stress in a real way. I mean, if God created the world in 6 days and took a rest on the seventh, the whole world, but you can't rest one day for your little world, something wrong.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so check this one out, PH, this question. And I think that this part is imperative to you. Where does this stress come from? Now we talk about like picking up habits from other people and everything and knowing those root causes, but how do we identify and address those things when it comes to the root cause of the stress that is in our lives?
Well, I mean, when you look at the root cause of it, it can be a lot of different things, a lot of different factors, right? It comes with our upbringing, what we saw. Some things you've had to handle things throughout your life, right? At an early age. So I learned stress because I had to do and pick up a lot of things when I was younger up until the present time. And then it's, like I said, it's the interdependence. I want to be independent. So I want to handle everything, right? So when you look at the root cause of it, look at what we saw coming up. What we equated with life, it was really lived out by the person who raised us. What we saw them do, how we saw them handle it.
Generational.
Yeah.
Those generational things or
It's
traditional things that
it's
we get.
definitely generational and environmental, right? Some things happen in my community that I think is normal, right? Trauma for some people is normal. Dysfunction is normal. So I saw my grandmother raise everybody's kids. So as a result, that's how I am. So I feel like I can take on everybody's kids because they need somebody.
Wow.
Right. So we subconsciously learn lessons without anybody teaching us. And then we grow up to be an adult that continue that same perpetual, motion of putting stress on you. Then it's, also another root cause is, help. Some things I just don't actually have the physical help to handle some things. And I hear a lot of people, I don't need this. I don't need a man. I don't need a woman. You need somebody though. Right? We all do. If we be honest. Now, the fact is you may not have anybody at the moment, but that doesn't negate the need that you have for, relationships and for partnerships. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, broke people say, having money ain't all that. It's because you ain't got none. You know what I'm saying? The only people that talk about what they don't need is the people that don't have it. And that's a cop out to act as if you don't need it.
Right. Right.
But everybody needs somebody. Think about how
That's right.
much better life would be if we actually had somebody to share the load or to help with your business or to help with the family or to help with finances, right? It'll be much easier. So
Definitely.
we got to cut the narrative of this independence.
Yes. Oh, for real, for real. Sometimes we think that we I don't know where that comes from all the time. Where we think or feel like we have to just be so independent that we can't ask for help or seek for help or even depend on someone to do something for you. It's like, no, I got it. Nope, I want to do this on my own.
Mhm.
Um, that it becomes a place where you get you get stuck, you know, because you think that you need to be so independent, you know, where people, like you said, people need people. People need people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
So good
really
morning,
trust
everybody. Good
issues.
morning. Hmm.
Yeah, it's really
Yep.
trust
Let me
issues. I
just
don't
let everybody know where we
the one
are.
time I
Thank
trusted
you.
somebody to help.
His sound is a little delayed. Let me just let everybody know where we are. Hey, y'all, this is Divine Living. I'm Miss Divine. This is a personal growth and wellness show where we talk about being well. I always say this is a show designed to help you, but it's also designed to help me be well. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. She up there watching it, y'all. She was watching it. Thank you, girl. Thank you, pretty girl.
That's right. Fly her out. That's right.
She was watching it.
Listen, I was calculating. Yeah, hello,
He was really watching it. Thank you. Thank you to Millie on the birthday. Congratulations to me. And
That's
thank
what's
you all
up.
for supporting me. That means a lot to me too, y'all. Because I'm moving up in here. I'm moving, it might be a slow move, but it's a genuine move too. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for helping me achieve my goals with bringing this show to life too. Like I said, this is a personal growth and wellness show, you all, designed to help you and me, especially me, be well. So thank you for your support. Thank you, PH, for joining me on this show today.
Yeah.
Today, also, you guys, if you're just tuning in, today is my birthday, my actual birthday, the day that I was born. Yeah, so we're celebrating that too. We are at in a special destination, and we will reveal that shortly. Like some of you guys already know where I am because I was um I couldn't keep it in. Secrets aren't. I'm not good with secrets. I'm not good with secrets, so I did let a few people know where I am already, and we have enjoyed some things of the city and enjoying some more. Hence the pink, and we will talk about that shortly too. But again, thank you, PH, for joining me. Because
Absolutely.
you have been a real sounding board for me in dealing with some stress in my life. So I want to say thank you for being that person too that I can lean on. Like you say, people need people. So I know
Absolutely.
there's a few other people out there that I be leaning on, but I appreciate you too because let's talk about that for just a second. I was working on a special project a few years ago and was all over the place. And sometimes we get so into ourselves that we don't realize the strengths that we have. And
Mhm.
it takes good people to say, "Hey, look, I see this in you and you can do that." So thank you
Mhm.
for pushing that out of me. At that particular time, I was working on a presentation. I had never done anything like that before. This was right around the time of the pandemic. And I had to do a special presentation for the state, my state, which was pretty cool that they asked me. And you guys know what? That presentation really started with this that I'm doing now. We talk about the 8 dimensions of wellness, and I did a presentation in regards to the 8 dimensions of wellness and how families can use that in helping their their children with severe mental health and developmental disorders. So thank you again, because that was a pivotal point of saying, hey, this thing, not a lot of people know about this thing. So thank
Right.
you for, encouraging me through that situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which also kind of brings us to the next question. I don't know if it ties into this with you, but it does with me. How does social media and technology impact our stress level? And what can we do to migrate its effects? Social media.
Cut it
and
off.
technology.
No. but yeah,
Right.
oftentimes before social media, for those of you who were alive before social media, um, your problems, your life was lived within the confines of your home, right? So oftentimes we felt like we were the only ones dealing with something, or it was isolated, or you didn't see a lot of things because it was kind of what goes on in this house stays in this house. With social media, we are blinded by all of the things that we see on a daily basis, right? That's updated, posted every 5 minutes. So now I'm bombarded with, even if I think I'm doing good, I constantly see somebody doing a little bit better. Or I constantly see something
Wow.
that triggers something that I'm really trying to get over, right? So I'm okay until I see that there's going to be an alert at 2:00 and everybody's going to turn into these zombies. It's social media. The blessing and curse of it is it's a blessing because it allows you to, meet people from all over the world and all that good stuff. But it also adds to the stress because you see things from all over the world.
Mhm.
We're stressed about stuff that ain't even over here, right? Oh, did you hear over there in New Zealand, they got this new disease? Like, we can't even get rid of diabetes. You worried about what's over in New Zealand, right? You know what I mean? Like, so I think it helps. And I have had to do it in many times. If you feel yourself, overwhelmed, social media is one of the first things you need to back off of, right?
Mhm.
Because you're constantly on your phone all day, constantly checking, other people's pages, and constantly seeing things come across your notifications, right? And it gives more people access to you. So then again, you have more people asking for help, not just your family, not just your friends.
Mhm.
Now you got Facebook friends. Now you got tag friends. And you come in genuinely, hey, how's your day? And when they be like, well, all of a sudden now here comes their stress.
Mhm.
So with that stress is that second H I was talking about, is you got to realize you can't save humanity. I can't help everybody, right? So I have to take breaks and distance myself from people because I can't save everybody. I can't help everybody, right? And as much as you want to, and as genuine as you are, if you allow people, they will make you a dump truck where they dump all of their stuff. And when they stop making you a dump truck, they make you a garbage truck where they just drop stuff off. Now you heavy in the hospital, and they like, what's wrong with you? You done stressed yourself out because I allowed you to bring all your garbage to me and drop it off. Now they feeling better.
Mhm.
So true. So true.
And see,
Yeah.
it's funny because your cutoff has to be in-house and out of the house as well, right? Like, say for instance, my thing is, if I can't carry it physically, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna be able to carry it mentally or emotionally.
Mm.
So there's a time where you could carry your daughter, right?
Mhm.
That was your baby, but
Right.
she grew up. So to continue trying to carry her, right, past the season where that's what I could actually literally lift, then I carry her in the season that she was designed to walk in. And she'll never grow if I keep trying to carry her. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
So you got to figure
A
out,
lot.
when is that cutoff point, right?
Yeah.
Where I stop trying to, to fight battles that no longer belong to me
Yeah.
while going through my own battles.
That can be really challenging sometimes though too. Especially
I found Double Down Casino and it feels like I hit a big win every time I play. Some jackpots can award billions, even trillions of chips. Double Down Casino has hundreds of slots to choose from, all with gorgeous graphics and rewarding bonus games. Plus, they give out daily free chip and spin bonuses. So download Double Down Casino right now. You won't regret it.
to the growth of your own well-being. I know this month we're talking about emotional wellness, but like we stated in the beginning, your emotional wellness ties into so many things. And today's topic is why stress about it. Where our emotional well-being um, can cause us to have excess stress, um, which in turn affects our mental well-being, our physical well-being.
Absolutely.
That we need to know where our supports come from. So, if you guys are just tuning in, again, this is Divine Living. I am Miss Divine. This is a personal growth and wellness show designed to help you and me, y'all, be well. I am super excited about today. Today is my birthday. And we are in pink today. Y'all know, usually y'all see me in yellow, but we have a special place that we're going later today. Suggested by a pretty cool person too that's here in the stream, Miss Jamila Joy. Thank you for hitting to this location for us to go this afternoon. So we'll share that in just a moment too. Next question, PH, and this is my last question. So if you have some things you want to ask me, PH, go ahead and get those things ready. This
Sure.
question says, what role does self-care play in managing our stress and improving our emotional wellness?
I think self-care is the greatest healthcare, right? I think we have to do a better job of taking care of me because nobody else will.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody will judge you. Everybody will judge your sickness as if it's your fault. When the truth of the matter is, it's a conglomerate of all the stuff that you have placed on me, expectations and all that, coupled with the stuff I have on my own, right? So that's why I say you have to be intentional with self-care, right? Before the pandemic, there was a difference between Target and Walmart, right? Target, people went to Target because they had better quality stuff and they had a closing time. And they respected the fact they closed at 10. right?
Mhm.
Walmart, pre-pandemic, had cheaper stuff, but they stayed open all the time. So Walmart was always crowded, right?
Mhm.
And so you got to determine whether I'm going to be Target or Walmart. There are times where I have to cut off communication from people. Don't call me after 12 o'clock, right?
Mhm.
And people will
Right.
respect that once you set your own boundaries. But as long as you don't have no closing time, they're going to keep coming and they're going to want discounted stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As gifted as you are, right? They're going to want the hookup
Mhm.
because you didn't set the boundaries.
Yep.
You know, as open as you are, they're going to keep calling you at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning after they've done something dumb. No, don't call me, right? So you have to set healthy boundaries for your own well-being or they won't. You can't get mad at people if you never told them what time you close.
Mhm. You know what reminds me too, you know, when you use that analogy. When you go to the blue store, when you go to the blue store that's open 24 hours a day, or 24 hours, or used to be open 24 hours. When you go to their clearance section, they have this huge clearance section where they just dumped all types of junk in there. And that's what it becomes to look like within yourself. When you allow yourself to be open for forever, you get that clearance section, and it's like you can't even find anything in the clearance section. You know, it's
Absolutely.
supposed to be clearing things out, but it's such a mess. Like it's got
And
laundry
nothing makes
detergent,
sense.
it's got clothes in there, it's got it's got toothpaste. I'm like, there's even some type of food sometimes in there. It's just all kinds of stuff,
The
all kinds.
hodgepodge
Mhm.
stuff.
Yes, you know, and
And
it
most of it's
it
been open.
right, right. Torn packages, taped
Yeah.
together.
Missing pieces.
Right. You get a package of socks. You got a 10 pack of socks.
Right.
10 pack
Right.
of
Instead of
socks with
12, you got
7
10.
socks in it.
Somebody took out something. Yeah.
Oh man. Yes. Yeah.
And they try to give it to you. They try to bring it back to you, right? After they've already tried it.
Uh-huh. Right. Ooh. Using you as
Yeah.
a test
Yeah.
project.
I thought this is what I wanted, but I don't like it. So I'm going to give it back to you.
Give it back to you.
That's like
See
people
what you
coming
can
to
do
you
with
for
this.
advice. And you're like, hey, you should probably get out that abusive relationship. And then they do it and it don't work out. And now they blame you. And they back with the abuser.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. We've come down to the last 15 minutes of the hour. Normally, I would have our artist sound come in. We don't have artist sound today, which is okay. If you know my artist sound in-house artist, Toxic, he was unable to make it today. So sending positive energy and vibes his way. So let's get into this Q&A with Divine. That's me, Miss Divine. PH,
That's you.
what would you like to ask me? What would you like
So
to
my
ask
third
me? You got
H
something you want to say?
is definitely for Divine
The
because
what?
the third H, you know,
Oh,
humility, humanity.
oh God.
The third H is humidity
Mm.
because sometimes stress causes us not to be able to breathe, right?
Oh,
We don't check the
talk
temp.
about me, y'all. Mhm.
So Divine historically allows things to get to the place where she can't breathe. It builds, right?
That's
She
good
waits
stuff.
until, or I won't say wait. Okay, I'll say
I've been thinking
procrastinates
through
a
it
little
for a
bit.
long time. PH, don't say wait. I've been thinking through it for a long time.
That's it.
Let's just say projects. Let's just say things that she has to do. She tends to give it time to marinate.
There you go. Let it
Then
marinate.
now
So
it's
that I like that
due,
word.
and she's like, okay, now I got to do it tomorrow. Right. So it's at a place where she is like, the humidity is high. So
Yeah.
how did that start? If you think about it, how did because you work, see, the thing about it is we work good under pressure,
hmm
but that doesn't mean you should always work under pressure.
Yeah.
So what do you think contributed to, you know,
The waiting period. The
the
waiting
waiting
period.
period?
What can, yeah. To be quite honest, it was always a place where I'm gonna be real transparent, y'all. Real transparent. Like some people that are new to seeing divine living have always thought that Miss Divine is this way. And there are some people that have known me before Divine Living, like PH, and my not so little girl in the box, of course,
Of course.
that have seen me in a place where um, doing things in front of people may not be my strong suit. And it was never anything that was really pushed, or I'm not going to say encouraged or discouraged, either one. It was just like, well, that's just how she is, and that's just how.
Where can you step up auto savings? At Allstate. Switch and save $468.
Habit of just not doing it because I just didn't want to feel that uncomfortable feeling. I didn't want people to see me or notice me or do different, like, yeah, I felt like I may have had something to say. I may have
Mhm.
had something to say, but who's really listening is what I would internalize. Who's really listening? Because I never had that encouraging side, or knowing
Mhm.
what that encouraging side would look like. So I would drag my feet on things that would put the light on me. Why do I want the
Mm.
light on me? You know, Even if I had something I needed to say, do I
Mhm.
want that light on me? So it's still a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody's gonna see what I'm doing. Except for this show. Like
Mhm.
I may get a little nervous. I don't typically get nervous at home. I don't get nervous at home. But
Mhm.
today was like, oh my gosh, this is my birthday and I'm in a different location. Oh no. So yeah. It was a stressful event for me. Um
Mhm.
that yes, it was. It was a stressful event for me, but I made it through. I made it
You
through.
did.
I don't know if that really answered the question, but it goes back to those things of
Mhm.
those traditional settings, things that we may have learned, generational
Mhm.
generational type of things that we may have learned or picked up along the way.
Yeah. And you said something that I think we can really elaborate on. Um, Feeling like you have something to say, but who is listening, right? The feedback
Mhm.
fear is something that will paralyze you, right? If
Mhm.
you're worried about the who is going to, who's going to hear me, or what are they going to think, or what are they going to say, those things are what they call the paralysis of analysis,
Mm.
is where I'm paralyzed by what people going to think, right?
Mhm.
And there is something in you that you got to know that if it's in me, I got to put it out, and where it's supposed to be is going to go. Right? Like this whole show is you accepting the fact I do have something to say. So if you build it, they come. But nobody would have ever known you were Miss Divine with Divine Living, hiding in the dark with the camera to the ceiling, right? Where normally, like nowadays, people get kicked out of people's boxes for not showing your face. Nobody would have ever known you had you not chosen to, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. And a lot of times people think that people that do this type of stuff, they're just so courageous, so bold and all this. No, sometimes you gotta do it scared.
Yeah.
Right? We wouldn't even known that you're not at your house if you just posted up on the wall. But that's our own thinking. Right? The only person that would know where you were would have been you and Coco.
Right.
Does that make sense? So some things that's why I said that we put our own stress on and Jamila, because she came up with it. But yeah, so there's some things where you have to, if you have never talked to yourself in a way that you need to be talked to, something wrong. Sometimes you got to cut yourself out, right? Like, what am I tripping about? Where is this coming from, right? You don't need somebody else to do it. I'm a pretty good person myself, right? So we do all this stuff, and then when it goes great, you feel dumb. Like, why didn't I do this before? Like, we should have had Divine Living through the pandemic.
Exactly.
But you know, it takes dealing with your own struggles. It takes addressing the fact, that's, you know, there's some things in my past that nobody encouraged me before, but I'm at a place now, I'm grown enough to encourage myself.
Wow. Yeah.
And like I said, you'll never know who you have until you present what you need. All of us be like, I don't have nobody. I don't have this. I don't have that. But you've never expressed there's a need. Somebody has a car and you walking around talking about, I don't have no transportation. And when your friends are like, hey, I got an extra car that you can use to get to work. But you have never known it if I didn't actually put myself in a position to receive help. And that goes back to the whole initial handling stress is releasing it. But we walk around life with like G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, trying to hold on to everything.
Right. G.I. Joe. You have another question for me today?
Yes. So now that you are this big time talk show host, what's another challenge that you want to address for yourself? What's a personal goal?
Well, I can talk about even why I am here where I am. I deal with social anxiety. And some people might think that that's really weird, especially being in front of this microphone. And dealing with social anxiety, I have put it as a challenge for myself to address those things. Being in, I'm about to cry, being in big spaces, big public spaces, and maybe not necessarily having the supports that I may need at the time can be stressful for me. So today, you all, actually on Thursday, my daughter and I have taken a trip. We are in New York City. We are in New York City. We are in New York City because I've designed for me to take the plunge to be well for myself. And so that is taking this trip. Taking this trip. We walked Times Square yesterday. We walked through Central Park yesterday. And we walked and we walked and we walked and we walked.
Mhm.
We walked some more. We walked some more because this place is huge. This place is huge. I'm from a it's not where I live now. The metropolitan area that I live now is a small metropolitan area. Has about 1 million people, which is small for a metropolitan area. But the city in which I am from only has 100 some thousand people. So going from that to this is a huge accomplishment for me. So that is one thing that I am definitely doing to on this next journey of mine to address some of those fears, and knowing the things that I can handle and manage. And like you guys, the day before leaving, I was like, okay, I hope I'm going to be able to make it out of the house. I got so sick. I got so sick on Wednesday. Like I was curled up in the bed with a heating blanket. Like I was sick. I was sick. Um Yesterday after our walk, I was sick again. I was sick again. Like, okay, wait, I'm cold, like I'm freezing. I had to
Mhm.
wrap up, but I did it. I did what I had to
Mhm.
do. I I wrap myself in blankets, and sometimes that is, too, just wrapping yourself up, cocooning
Mhm.
yourself, you know. Um, I got warm, got something to eat, and then went out to the next thing, came back and did it all over again. So that
Mhm.
is what I am pushing through, not just out, just freely doing things and just like having no plan for it, but planning those things, knowing your supports. And
Mhm.
thanks to my Coco Fairy, thank you for taking this journey with me. Uh, and just, doing things that may have looked a little harder for me to accomplish, but I'm definitely pressing through those things right now.
Good. I'm proud of
No,
you.
please, you can't. Thank you. Thank you, BH. Thanks for
And
your
see, the
question
thing
too.
is, knowing that there's a problem and addressing it and navigating through that, you got to do whatever it
Mhm.
takes. Wrap yourself up. You know, take that deep breath. Do it right. So you have that experience. Because here's the thing: what if your next level puts you in front of people?
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
You don't want to go in front of hundreds and thousands of people and you scared to go around the park, right?
Yeah.
So being able to, no matter how young or old you are, being able to say, you know what, there's some things I gotta adjust about me that if I don't, it might hinder my next,
Mm.
right? So the next level is definitely um, something that you have to look forward to. Maybe it's going to be in front of people.
Mhm.
And I think the pandemic made it where all of us, if we weren't an introvert before, you're definitely one now, right? So
Yeah.
so we all have to relearn being around people. I don't even like being on planes now because the next person, if they cough one time, I'm getting off the plane,
Oh,
right? So
I get it.
so
I get it.
so the social anxiety is heightened because of situations, but you have to overcome some things, in order to enjoy life, man. Because it's people traveling all over the world, going overseas, all these things, and we're missing out not because we can't do it, but because we're scared to.
Mhm.
So, my encouragement is to do it scared. Keep doing it.
Good scared.
Keep making plans. What's our next adventure gonna be?
It's crazy. I have
And you
another
went to the
trip planned.
Beyonce concert.
I
How
It's y'all.
socially anxious are you
It
not
was
to go to the Beyonce concert?
it was something. Coco Ferry can tell you. It was something. It was something. It was a challenge, but we made it through. Why is this thing getting darker? Is it what's happening?
Is the sun going
What's
down?
going on? Oh, okay. I don't know what's happening. But anyways, um, I wanted to say, well, we're at the end of the hour, but we're gonna hang around. We're gonna hang around here for a little while. So if you guys have questions that you want to ask me or talk to me about, go ahead and jump in the box. PH, thank you for hanging out with me, joining us today for my show.
It's been
Um,
fun.
uh, yeah, this has been cool. This has been fun. Yeah, this has been cool. This has been fun. Um, Again, October is Emotional Wellness Month, and um, we are doing some things to help us with our emotions. So today's theme is why stress about it? Why? Why stress about it? I'm taking the plunge to make things better for me. This is a personal growth and wellness show, y'all, designed to help you and me do well. Thank you for hanging out with us with Divine Living. Stick around if you want. We can talk a little bit more, PH. If you have more questions, let's keep talking. If not, then that's cool too. If you guys want to come in and say happy birthday to me, y'all can do that too. Y'all can definitely do that too. I would love to see your beautiful faces and wishing me happy birthday.
Some people just know that's not gonna fit.
That's not gonna fit.
Really?
No, I'd cut it in half and make 2 chairs.
Those are the people who know you're in good hands with Allstate.
Because I made that too
Hey, peace.
today, all because of you all. But oh, this has been an awesome streak. My Coco Fairy, that's my pretty girl. Number one today, Wavy, Coco Melon, G Way, No Way. I know the vessel. Nabi Promo, Peace, Love,
Thank you. Thank you.
Queen K, It's a Blessing. Joanna, those are my top 10. Thank you guys. Yeah, and it is my birthday. Okay, so yeah, you can go. Thanks, Coco Fairy, for yep. Say bye
Coco's
to
like, I'm
Coco
done
Fairy
now.
because she. Oh. No, they can hear you. Can't you hear her? Oh, shoot.
No, we couldn't hear you.
Sorry.
You know your microphone don't let pick on nothing but you, and this microphone will cut off. Anyways, happy birthday to my mama. I just want to say bye, y'all, and I didn't want to leave the box and be like blah, but bye, y'all. Y'all have a good one. We gonna be living life out here. That's my time.
Okay, bye, girl, because we got to echo. Love you. Let's do this. Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me unplug some stuff. Come on, thing. Be right. Let me unplug. Hold on. Hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll stay on because it's saying that I'm overheating. I don't know why it's overheating.
Your phone is?
Yeah, it wasn't even plugged in to like a charging piece. Can you give me a fan?
Well, you know, Tag does
Oh,
it anyway.
hold on. A fan? Something in the family.
Hello, everyone. Happy birthday, Miss Divine. Great show. And it's just so wonderful to hear everything that you've been able to accomplish. And we give God the praise for what He's doing in your life. And we're thankful that you're sharing this journey with us. It's just so great to hear about all of the things you've been able to accomplish with divine living. And so you keep on with your divine living. Happy birthday to you. And you know I love you. and Creative Vibe, all that jazz. Keep doing your big thing, your big stuff. And I can't wait to see where you guys are going next.